You've probably been hearing a lot of people worried about the fighting in Kyiv, but why is that place more significant than others in Ukraine threatened with this Russian invasion? Well, Kyiv is the capital of Ukraine and home to 3 million people. It is the control center of that government, and there is significant fighting there tonight. If Russia takes Kyiv, they would, for all intents and purposes, be able to seize that government, neutralize it, have the ability to install a completely new government that's more pro-Russia, and possibly capture the Ukrainian officials who currently run this government. That's why you're hearing President Volodymyr Zelensky say he's Russia's #1 target. Putin wants him out. Now, speaking of the possible installation of this more pro-Russian government, now you may start hearing the phrase puppet government. Now, that phrase is charged and very subjective based on which side of the fight you're on. Puppet governments basically have the facade of authority, but in reality, the control is held by another country. They can be hard to sustain because ultimately the people of the country have to accept their own government. Now, the people of Ukraine have continued to fight this Russian invasion. They are not giving up. It is important to understand, even if Russia takes Kyiv, there could still be pockets of Ukrainians who will continue to fight Russia for weeks, maybe even longer. We have a new Supreme Court nominee. President Biden just announced Judge Katanji Brown Jackson as his pick to replace Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer when he retires. Her nomination is historic. In the history of this country, there have been 115 people appointed and confirmed to the United States Supreme Court. Of those 115, 108 have been white men. The only minorities to ever serve are 2 black men and 5 women. That's it. Judge Brown Jackson is the first black woman to be nominated. Though her nomination is groundbreaking, her resume is equally noteworthy. Judge Brown Jackson is 51 years old, born in Washington, D.C., grew up in Miami. She has all the credentials you'd expect from a Supreme Court justice. She clerked for Justice Breyer when she was younger. She went to Harvard Law School. She spent 8 years as a federal trial court judge, and just last June was confirmed to sit on the U.S. Appeals Court for the District of Columbia. Just 8 months ago, 3 Republicans even voted for her to have that position. If confirmed, she would be the only justice on this court, and since Justice Thurgood Marshall, to have significant experience as a criminal defense attorney. All the others on the bench with trial experience have been prosecutors. Now, even if Judge Brown Jackson is confirmed, the ideological balance of the Supreme Court will not change. Since she is a liberal replacing a liberal, it's still going to be 6-3. Now comes the politics of all of this. Judge Katanji Brown Jackson will now meet with senators on Capitol Hill and then will sit in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee for a grueling few days of hearings. Then there will be a vote. She only needs 51 votes to be confirmed to the Supreme Court.